After a months-long investigation, a 13-time convicted felon now sits in the Spokane County Jail. How police discovered what they believe to be hundreds of pills containing fentanyl and methamphetamines.
We're under a KREM 2 weather impact alert as another round of wind is expected to hit the region tomorrow.
It's pretty rare to have hosted here in the United States, so I think it's going to be a great event.
It's just 7 months until Seattle plays host to several FIFA World Cup matches, but the major event could mean security concerns here in Spokane. Why the Spokane County Sheriff's Office is seeking federal money. Good evening and thanks for joining us for KREM 2 News. I'm Caitlin Galloway. Mark has the night off. We are under a weather impact alert tonight. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legou is at the Outdoor Weather Center with more on strong winds in the area.
Caitlin, it's just like what we went through last night, except for this one hits during the day tomorrow. 45 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts following a round of rain moving through the region. We sit right at 40 degrees as that rain moves in, and there's nothing like a cold, windy rain. And that's exactly what we get. Wind advisories in effect from 6 a.m. tomorrow until 7 a.m. Thursday for 45 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts. With our colder temperatures right now, snow levels are around 4,000 to 4,500 feet, so a little bit lower. However, those will start to rise. By tomorrow morning, it is all rain as those warmer temperatures move in and take over. And that comes with wind. Wind blows through much of the day tomorrow, taking us into tomorrow night before it eventually calms down and we eventually start to dry out by the time we get to Thursday. Tomorrow is a windy one. That's why we're under that KREM 2 weather impact alert. 55 degrees is where we top out thanks to all that wind. 52 on Thursday and then 50 by Friday as we calm back down.
Thank you, Jeremy. Well, new tonight, we're learning a time convicted felon is in the Spokane County Jail as a suspect in a drug dealing investigation. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy brings us the details.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office has arrested 40-year-old Ryan Olson in connection to a months-long drug sales investigation. They were able to search his home located here at North Regal and Lincoln Road. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says in the fall of 2025, detectives with the Spokane Valley Investigative Unit began investigation of sales of a controlled substance, believing there to be large quantities of fentanyl and methamphetamine sold in the county. The Sheriff's Office says through their findings, they determined Ryan Olson to be a suspect in this case, who, as it turned out, is a 13-time convicted felon. His record includes second-degree identity theft and unlawful possession of firearms, 3 counts of second-degree burglary, second and first-degree theft, second-degree organized retail theft, 2 counts of trafficking stolen property in the first degree, and 2 counts of retail theft extenuating circumstances. Olson also, as it turns out, had an active felony Washington State Department of Corrections escape community custody warrant for his arrest. The Sheriff's Office says this, combined with charges of delivery of a controlled substance and use of a building for drug purposes, led to them getting a search warrant for his home at North Regal and Lincoln in late November. Detectives say they found hundreds of blue pills suspected of containing fentanyl and meth. Additionally, detectives also say they found 3 firearms, one of which was stolen, cash, different credit and debit cards, a stolen bike, and license plate. Because of this, the Sheriff's Office has also charged Olson with 3 counts of unlawful possession of a firearm, a stolen firearm, a controlled substance with intent to deliver, endangerment with a controlled substance, and possession of stolen property in the second and third degree. Olson's booked in the Spokane County Jail with a Washington State DOC hold. The Sheriff's Office says this investigation is still ongoing. Olson's total bond is set at $190,000. In Spokane, Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Time for your Night Beat with a quick look at today's top stories. New developments in last week's teacher strike in Moses Lake. We've learned the district has dropped its lawsuit against the teachers union since both sides have reached a tentative agreement. But today we're learning just how much of an impact the strike had on families at home.
Literally every day it was, Mom, do we get to go to school today? Mom, do we go to school tomorrow? It had parents scrambling for childcare, with their work schedules being disrupted, and most importantly, the students lost out on a lot of learning time.
The Moses Lake Education Association says they've ratified the tentative agreement with 99.9% approval last night. The next step is for the Moses Lake School Board to sign off on the agreement. That meeting is now scheduled to happen tomorrow. The Okanagan County Sheriff's Office is looking into a suspicious death near Pateros. A person in the area reported the body about 2 weeks ago. The caller later found blood in the area. Sheriff's deputies and the Brewster Police Department identified the person as Moises Moran Perez. It's not clear how he died, but investigators did find wounds on his body. If you know anything about his movements in the weeks leading up to November 30th, contact the Okanagan Sheriff's Office. For flare-ups throughout tonight after an auto repair shop caught fire this morning. Fire investigators say it was due to welding sparks. The fire's been ruled an accident. When firefighters arrived to the garage on East Holyoke Avenue, they found heavy smoke and fire pouring out the door. No one was hurt. The fire extended into the main building of the repair shop and into an attic shared by neighboring businesses in the building. Firefighters were able to contain the damage.
There's kind of a firewall, so we were able to keep it stopped at that firewall and keep it out of the businesses down on the other end here. So good stop, but it was certainly, you could see the smoke column from downtown.
Stretched several hours, hindered by a sagging roof that posed a danger to crews. That's it for your Night Beat. For more on any of these stories, head to our website, KREM.com. And we're just 7 months away from Seattle playing host to several FIFA World Cup matches, and Spokane's getting a slice of the action. But major events like this mean security concerns, including one prompting the Spokane County Sheriff's Office to seek federal money. KREM 2's Cody Proctor explains.
In less than a year, soccer takes over Washington for the FIFA World Cup.
It's pretty rare to have hosted here in the United States, so I think it's going to be a great event.
But as tickets go on sale, the work behind the scenes continues, even right here in Eastern Washington, with the Lilac City hosting a fan zone and even potentially a base camp at Gonzaga University for teams playing in the World Cup. But it's not all fun and games.
Spokane County is trying to get an $8.2 million federal grant for the Department of Homeland Security, and this is the reason why.
According to Spokane County Undersheriff Dave Ellis, the grant would help pay for equipment and training to stop any illegal drone activity during the FIFA events.
Drones continue to become more prevalent, and with an event like the FIFA World Cup, you're going to get a lot of people from a lot of different places with potential for, someone maybe wanting to disrupt that.
If the grant goes through, Ellis says the equipment would belong to Spokane County and would be used beyond the World Cup.
Bloomsday could be, so it could be, something where, potentially there's a large amount of people being gathered. And
yet, even with the concerns and the work that goes with it, he's thrilled about having a role in this international event.
I'm a soccer fan myself. I coach soccer and I have coached for 25 years in the Spokane area. So certainly having some of the World Cup festivities and activities here is certainly exciting.
In Spokane, Cody Proctor from 2 News.
Thank you, Cody. Well, don't go to bed just yet. After a stroke left a Washington man's left side frozen for years, tonight an experimental brain chip is changing his life forever. But first, the Australian government has banned teens and children from using social media, but the kids are fighting back through the legal system. The details in just 2 minutes.